Hey nerds, Amy here. Today we are going to learn about Microsoft Loop. If you're wondering what Microsoft Loop is, it is Microsoft's newest app that has just been released for public review. It has so many cool features and I'm so excited to show you around. Quick note before we get started, if you do like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have ideas for future videos, then please pop those in the comments below. All right, let's nerd out. Okay, so here we are in Loop. In Loop, we have workspaces, which is where we organize our content. And within the workspaces, we have pages, which are flexible canvases. So here we go. This is my main page. And as you can see, I've already got some workspaces set up. If I want to create a new workspace, then we can just create one here. So there are a couple of different views that I want to show you around here. The first one is favorites. So if you want to star one of these areas, then you can favorite it and it will show up here. There's also list view, and then there's also gallery view, which creates a nice visual aspect. All right, so let's take a look at the main navigation page. As you can see here on the left, we have the navigation panel. If you click on this Loop preview button here, it takes us back to the main page. So let's go back to that navigation page. Right below, we've got recent. So if you want to fast track yourself to a page that you've just been working on, or even a workspace, then you can hit recents and go there. If you're on the fly and you have an idea that you just want to take note of, then you can click on ideas here to create a new idea. Then you can just pop it here. Now I want to go into my meetings workspace. Here you'll see some pages that we've already created, and there's just a couple of different views that we can select. So the main one we're on here is tree, but if you want to see the recent activity, then you can sort by that as well to fast track yourself to what you've been working on most recently. So up here we've got a little notification bell where you can stay up to date on all of your workspaces and pages. A search pane, and as well, if you want to create a little bit more space to work on your page, then you can just hide the navigation pane there. All right, so let's start making our first page. Okay, so today at Amy's Animal Barn and Petco, we have a meeting to discuss an upcoming customer appreciation event. So I'm going to create a page in preparation for that meeting just by clicking this plus sign here and selecting new page. You'll see at the bottom that we do have some templates that are frequently used. Additionally, you can explore other templates down here. If you select the template, then you can see the different features that the templates have to offer to get those idea juices flowing. Since we're having a meeting, I'm going to select the meeting notes template, and here we go. Okay, so on the template page here, we have the option to update this cover photo. There's a couple of options here, and I want to go with this one. It's quite bright and happy for this upcoming customer appreciation event. I'm going to select this icon here and add a calendar, and we can easily update the title here. Alright, so here is the contents of the template, and I'm just going to minimize this navigation pane to create a little bit more space. One thing that I love about Loop is that it's a flexible canvas, meaning that you can just move anything around on the page to where you want it to go. If we would like to delete this, then we can just delete that here. This is suggesting for us to add a date, so if we do a /, then we can see the different options that we have for adding content here. I'm going to select the date and select today. Okay, so we are going to add our topic here, and I want to really emphasize that we are having this event so that we can grow our customer base in the pet grooming department. If we right click, then we go down to text color, and we can highlight this orange or any color that you wish. Perfect. Now that really stands out and highlights the purpose of this event. Okay, so moving along, I'm going to add in our attendees. All right, let's now start to add our agenda. And if we just enter the @ sign, then that allows us to enter people within our company. Okay, so let's continue updating our agenda and mentioning people within our company. As you can see here, Mike has not been given permission to view this document. So by clicking here, then we can give him access by sharing and notifying him. The other cool thing with Loop is that when you tag either yourself or a coworker, then it notifies that person so that they know right away that you have shared a document with them. Okay, so we are in Mike's email here, and as you can see, he has received an email letting him know that Amy has mentioned him in this page in Loop. Okay, continue working through here. I'm going to update notes to overview, and we are going to start to write out an overview of this meeting. So another cool thing is if we do enter the colons, then all of the emojis pop up. And do you know what? Emojis make everything so much more fun in the workplace. So let's just put emojis everywhere. Now, before we move on to tasks, I would like to add a section for the budget, starting off with an emoji. Let's highlight this and make it a header too. Perfect. Now we are going to insert a table for the budget. Let's make this second column a number, and we will rename this cost, and column 1 will be the item. Awesome, we have our budget in there, and you'll notice right at the bottom that this is showing a sum of all of the columns. So it's got that formula, sort of as if it was in Excel right away. If you did want to change that, there are a couple of options. Say you want it to be the average or count, but for the purpose of this video, sum is important, so I'm going to stick with that. Alright, so this page is coming along so nicely. Everyone is going to think that I spent so much time on it, but really it was already a template and I'm just doing a couple of tweaks. Okay, let's start to add in our tasks. We are almost there. Alright, so now that we have our tasks in there, you're going to see that we have this notification at the top saying that they haven't been synced with Planner and To Do. And this is something that's so cool with Loop, is that it actually integrates really well with Planner and To Do, so that any task that you are assigned within a loop, then it's automatically updated. So let's hit sync now and see what that looks like. Okay, so here we are in Tasks by Planner and To Do in Amy's Microsoft Teams. So here we can see that we have these 2 tasks assigned. They're coming from this customer appreciation event, and we've got the dates there. Excellent. I have just created those invitations and I've already shared them with the team. So I'm going to complete this. And the really cool thing is that that's also going to be syncing back to Loop so that your whole team can stay on track with projects. Let's go back into Loop to see what that looks like. Alright, so now we are back in Loop, and as you can see, that item has already been marked off because Amy ticked it off in Microsoft Teams. So your team is always going to be on track and everyone is going to know exactly where everyone is on the task of that project. There's also a space down here to enter some relevant links for your page. So for the purpose of this video, I did take a look at this Microsoft Loop page for content ideas, so please be sure to check that out. I will also include it in the comments below. Okay, so now this is where Loop gets pretty cool. What we are going to do is we are going to loop a component and then we are going to send it in Outlook, and this table will then be updated in real time. So everyone is going to be staying in the loop. So here we go, we've highlighted everything, and click these little dots on the side, and then we go create loop component. So here we have our loop. Now if we want to copy this, then we can pop it into Outlook and send it to our team for some more one-on-one conversation. Okay, so here we have typed out an email to Mike, and I'm going to paste that loop component and hit send. Alright, so here we are in Mike's email, and here is this email from Amy that contains that loop. Okay, so after updating those budgets, I'm going to add a comment so that it is within the loop and hit send. So now let's see what this looks like in loop now that Mike has updated the budget within Outlook and also added a comment. Back in loop, you can see that this budget has automatically been updated. So your whole team is going to be in the loop of what's happening in real time. We also see that comment here. If we want to give this comment a thumbs up, then we can just hit the little bubble icon here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is super cool. The days I've seen emails like this, where comments in yellow for Mike or comments in red for Amy, these might not be existing in email threads because now we can all stay up to date and looped in. The next thing I want to show you is version history. We can go up to the three dots here and click version history. Here you can see all of the updates that have taken place today, and if you did want to go back to one, then you can just hit restore. I think we are okay, so we are going to close that window for now. Microsoft Loop is available in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Store to download on your device, so be sure to check it out so that you can stay in the loop and not miss a beat on any of your workspace activities. Okay, so that wraps up this video. I hope that you think that Microsoft Loop is as cool as I do, and I also hope that I have helped you discover your inner nerd along the way. Once again, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you do have ideas for additional videos, then just pop those in the comments below. Thanks for nerding out with me. We'll see you again.